Afiq! Hey! Afiq! Hey, yes, Dad? Why are you wearing like this, huh?
Why? Why I can't wear like this?
Wear this, you're not born as a man, you're not born as a lady, you know?
You know, I am Africa Farhani right now. No.
No, I'm your dad, I know that you are you're born as Afiq Farhan, not Afika.
No, I want to be a girl. I want to be a woman. No, I want to wear this forever.
20 minutes later.
Uma, just now my dad scolded me because I just want to be a girl. I just want to be a woman. Not a man. Not a man. Can you give me some advice, please? I just really desperate to be a man. No, woman.
6 hours later.
Hey Afiq, why are you crying?
Just now my dad scolded me because I want to be a woman.
Afiq, I think that you are in the category of Muhannas.
What? What?
Muhannas.
What is that?
If I'm not mistaken, Jakim said that Muhannas is...
Alright, for Jakim, transsexuality is a process of changing one's lifestyle and sex orientation biologically that opposite with the original sex. That is from Jakim.
Furthermore, Imam Malik said that Muhannas is...
Alright, for the Muhannas terminology, I opine that Muhannas is the one who extremely effeminate by nature, so they resemble women in speech, gentleness, appearance, intellect, melody and action, whether or not they committed fasik. So that's my opinion.
Afiq, if you want to know more, I will call my lecturer.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question. I just want to know what is the ruling of the Muhannas according to the Shafi'i jurisprudence?
Last question, Umar. On the Shafi'i jurisprudence, there are two views from Imam Nawawi and Ibn Majah. For the first one, Ibn Majah stated that Muhannas, they are responsible for their act, like they have to adopt masculine tendencies and pattern. However, Imam Nawawi said that they do not need to restrain themselves from adopting masculine tendencies and patterns, so they can live normally like the way they live in their daily life. Any other question, Umar?
Okay, sir, I understand. But I have another question. What is Hunsa? And I want to know, if I'm not mistaken, Hunsa is permissible to do a gender reassignment surgery. Is that right, sir?
About the surgery is permissible to Hunsa, but it is not considered as a gender reassignment surgery, as they only want to choose which gender is being dominant in their body. Apart from that, Hunsa is divided into two. The first one is Hunsa Mushkil, and the second one is Hunsa Ghairu Mushkil. For Hunsa Ghairu Mushkil, we look for the sign of femaleness or maleness based on external genital organ, whether they urinated from penis or vagina. This method can be done during childhood. For Hunsa Mushkil, it is far more complicated because both of the genitals are fully functioning. One of the way is to wait the Hunsa to reach puberty, and we can look for the sign of maleness or femaleness on them, such as pubic hair, pregnant or developing a breast, and other characteristics. So that's all, I guess.
Okay, sir, I understand.
2 hours later.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We're back here in the discussion about this current issue about transsexuality with Ustaz Berdius Zaman Asserting Ilmi. So, first thing that we need to know about this issue is that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, praise be upon him, had cursed in a hadith, this hadith, those who resemble either from man to woman or vice versa. So the example of resemble the opposite gender is, for example, Ibn Hajar stated type of walking, talking, and clothing. But for the clothing, it is based on based on what? Based on culture or tradition. Example, I'm wearing this flowery t-shirt, flowery shirt. Doesn't mean that I'm a woman, but this is the culture of bangsa Melayu, you know. So, even to resemble the opposite gender is prohibited in Islam, as stated in the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, the word la'ana. So how about to change the creation of Allah on human, for example, in changing the genital organ or genital part, right? So according to
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
Allah, according to these verses in exegesis of Tabari, this means that the word khalqallah here means that changing the creation of Allah on human. For example, changing the genital organ. Other reason why transsexuality is prohibited in Islam, because it may lead to homosexuality. You know, homosex. Alright. Referring to secondary resources in Islam, which is Saduz Zara'i, something need to be prohibited because it may be lead to other grave sin in the future. Alright, for example, in this matter is transsexuality may lead to homosexuality. You know homosexuality? The story about the Luth tribe, right? Luth tribe, right? Yes. Alright.
A few moments later.
Allahu Akbar. My leg got cramp. So I think we need to conclude this lah. So there is no shock that transsexuality is very, very, very prohibited in Islam. Right? Right, Jamaah?
Yeah.
Right, Jamaah?
Yeah.
It is prohibited until akhir zaman.
Yaumul Qiyamah.
Oh, yaumul qiyamah. Ila yaumul qiyamah. Hubban jammah.
Kamu salah juga. Buat jama pun salah Ustaz.
Ila yaumil qiyamah. So that's all from me, Ustaz Berdiuz Zaman. So anybody want to oppose this?
No. Yes.
Who? Yes. Kafir.
Kafir.
Typical Malay.
Tak nak Allah lagi.
Oh, no problem, Afi. It is my duty as your friend to help you. Furthermore, I think that you have a problem about the transsexuality issue. I hope that you have clear cut about the ruling of the transsexuality. Transsexuality is very prohibited in Islam. And more that transsexuality is very something that is crooked. How can people think to do a gender reassignment surgery? It is very something that is very unadaptful. Okay, Vic. See you later. Okay, bye.
What do you mean by it is prohibited in Islam? I mean, I thought it is normal because we can change sex. We can change it because it is according to the human rights. We have the rights to do anything that is equal to anybody. So if I am black, I also have the same rights as the white people. So why can't I change? Why those people out there can't change their sex?
Hey, wait. What is your perspective?
What's my perspective? I am a Western, and all Western countries support that human rights. Over 170 countries from UN support it. So I'm also an advocate of it. So that's why I'm supporting the transsexual. All humans in this world have right to choose. They have right to choose whatever they want to be. So this is human rights. This is what the Western fight.
Huh? Human right? On what basis does your human right have guideline? You don't have any guideline. Unlike us, Muslim, Islam, we have guideline. We have Quran and Sunnah. If you said that all humans have human right, so everyone can claim the human right. Even pedophile can claim human right. So when they have a sexual desire on the kids, they have human right too. So your human right is unlimited and very, very so not not protected at all. Argue with me. Why you think that human rights is a thing that you have to support?
Okay, how about GID, gender identity disorder? How can you explain that?
GID. According to the medical research, GID is only something that is mental disease. So it is not something that you can. However, there is no something test that can show that a person have GID. So GID is something that is invalid to be a reason to support the transsexuality. Furthermore, for us Muslim and Islam, we think that GID is something that is test from Allah. Even when a person wants to change from the man to woman or vice versa, they need to stay and fight to be their own their dominant gender. Furthermore, when you see statistic that is from the that I read from the journal, they said that most of the people that change their gender, they want to revert back. They have very regret that they change their gender.